It started from Katrina.
Okay.
When I was in that penitentiary, crying like a baby, the penitentiary, bro, with all these killers.
Okay. Which one?
U.S. People Query.
Okay.
In Pine Knot, Kentucky.
Yeah.
On the hill. So as I'm witnessing on CNN, New Orleans underwater.
Yeah.
Because we used to seeing this in third world countries. So for it to be in the United States, let alone where I was born and raised at, that freaked me out. You know?
Yeah.
So I had a youngster that wrote me a letter. He got a life sentence in Texas, but he's from New Orleans. He said, man, I got a life sentence because I wanted to be like you. I looked up to you. I'm like, what the world? Wow. So I'm like, I'm trying to picture, because I didn't know how I felt to do bad in prison.
Okay.
Birdman and Slim took care of me my whole bid.
Okay.
23 years and some change, they was there for me. So in my mind, I'm like, this little youngster got life. He's in the state. I'm pretty sure the people gonna start fading off, leaving.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, he somebody got life because he looked up to me. So I'm like, man, you know what? I caused a lot of destruction. Now I was part of the problem. I want to be part of the solution.
Yeah.
So that's how I was able to be like. And then I know I'm not gonna speak on the state because I did 23 and 10 in the feds.
Okay.
But I know they would hide you. Like I went to the feds at 23 years old, came home at 47.
Yeah.
So man, I'm like, man, people kept me on, you know. So I'd be like, when I left, there was beepers in Prime Code cell phone.
Okay.
So now you got people got the phone. You can look at me, I can look at you, and we can drop your location and that stuff be freaking me out, man. You know, like
new technology.
Yeah, because you know, baby, you had to have a paper to get here.
Yeah.
Okay, go up this way, turn here. I put the map down. I'm driving and hoping about it, you know.
Yeah.
So and for that little thing, you just press it, blue, blue, blue. If you make a little wrong turn, you get back right.
Yeah.
Bro, that stuff that be, you know. Going to Walmart, that's my favorite place.
Yeah.
And just to go scan the groceries. Wally World. Just to go scan the groceries myself, you know, I'd be like, man, these people trust me. So, you know, it's just a lot of stuff that I'm learning.
Yeah.
And that I'm just like, man, this is pretty cool. I don't want to leave this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because I know back there it's just a bunch of miserable men in prison.
Yeah.
And they play all kind of games, sex games, extortion games. Right? There's so many games that they play now.
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, I will never go to prison. And I'm hoping that I can stop as many as I can of these youngsters from going there, man. Because like my second to the youngest son, he just got found guilty for conspiracy RICO to 2 murders.
Damn, sorry to hear that.
As I'm sitting in his courtroom, right, he was 21, 22, and he got locked up. So as I'm sitting in there, bro, I sat the whole 2 weeks for the trial.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, my mother sat in this courtroom when I got a life sentence. Now me and his mother in this courtroom looking at him about to get a life sentence. The good thing that the thing that felt good to me was when I was coming to visit him, you know, the marshals, the police, whoever they are that you know that church search you, they was respectful. I sat out in the hallway where the civilians were. I didn't have to come from the back with the shoppers on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, you know, it's a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? So
but that happened while you were still under.
Just recently.
Okay.
This happened this year.
Oh no, you're saying now you're in the courtroom, but you weren't on the other side. Okay.
Right. I'm on this side.
Yeah.
But I'm on here with the civilians.
Yeah.
Well, once this over, I get the lead to go this way, go on.
Yeah.
Back, you know, I'm used to coming out of the courtroom, the shackles on, looking at my mom, looking at the women in there. I see y'all then going back to the back, waiting in the holding tank, getting on the van to go back to the prison. So now I'm out here and I'm like, man, look at my son, man. So I watched, bro, they found him guilty without witnesses.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, you know, so that just gave me an eye opener to be like, man, a lot of the youngsters want to be tough. They want to be gang leaders. They want to be the big homies. But when they go to prison, they're not the big homie no more.
Yeah.
You gotta fall in line.
Yeah.
Or you gonna get ran off the yard.
Yeah. And you were tired of seeing the cycle.
Yeah.
And you wanna intervene on that.
I went to Farmerville, Louisiana, and let me show you how people judge the book by the cover. That's crazy you say about that gangster part.
Yeah.
So there was this real sheriff.
Okay.
He heard I was coming, so he had told him he didn't want me there because there was a bunch of children.
He put the word out.
Yeah. So it was a big old gym, right? So when I come in there, I see the sheriff over there. I was so happy. At one time, I couldn't stand the police. I hated the police. So now when I go in there, I see the sheriff over there with them gun. I'm like, good. No, for real. So He, the sheriff over the jail, black man too.
Mhm.
So the guy who emceeing the thing, he say, "Hey, the dude in here who didn't want you here." I'm like, all right, what I did, but like whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know the first guy to go up. You know, he's saying like, and I resonated with what he was saying because he was like, you know, when I go into jail, all these guys that's tough on the street, when I go into jail, when I walk in, they get out my way to get on the bunks, they get out the way. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Because in jail, that's how they had the deputies. It was crazy in Louisiana. So it's like when they come through, we get out the way.
Yeah.
And yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. So I'm listening to what he's saying. I'm like, man. And he talks to these children, you know, so he up on the floor. He got the floor first. So I'm over here on the side. So it was my turn to speak. I co-signed everything he was saying, and he shaking his head, smiling, and the children all engaging in what I'm talking about. But all the while, I don't know, he the one that didn't want me here.
But you validated him.
Right.
You validated his legitimacy in the eyes of the youth. Right. And that's where the gangster lends credibility to reach people, right?
So soon as the event was over, guess what he did? Jumped up, ran away. Man, I want to take a picture with you and him.
Yeah.
Because I had brought a guy that I was beefing with for 30 years that had stabbed me. I almost lost my life. Him and I was together.
Yes.
So when he saw us together talking to you, he came running over there and took a picture with us.
Oh, wow.
I don't know this the one who ain't want me there. You know, for people judge the book by the cover. So that's why I like stuff like that. But man, I'm so focused. And then I'm too old to be trying to do anything else.
Yeah.
Man, I'm too old to be going back to jail.
Definitely.
Man, listen, I just turned 51 November 4th.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Man, listen, I'm trying. And then I have a 1-year-old son.
Wow.
That's a blessing too.
Yeah.
You've
been around, and I know AC's got some questions in a second. You've been around, and like for me, like when I was now, again, we haven't even touched on your history and your affiliation with the music industry. We haven't talked about the fact that you're the blood brother of Baby Birdman, Cash Money CEO, right? So we haven't even touched on that, and so you probably met artists like what, Lil Wayne?
They rap about me.
Yeah.
Juvenile, BG got a name for me.
Okay.
Turk, out my they all out my project.
Yeah, Turk was out in Katy, Texas. He did an event recently. So shout out to Turk for sure. So you've been in the industry, you've got friends in the industry, and we haven't even touched on that. But how's it like? Because you not only had to change your life as far as your mentality, change your focus, but when you got out, you also, from what I understand, you had to start from nothing, and you had to be committed to this even without the resources. You didn't have the luxury of, even though you are from industry family, you didn't get that support. How was that for you?
It was shocking.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, at least when I get out, they're gonna give me this bag.
Yeah.
I can go run and do what I want to do, all my little, because you know, in jail, I'm gonna tell you what this old timer had told me, that just in case. So anyway, in jail, you know, we come with all kind of business plans, all kind of ideas.
Okay.
So the old head was like, we was on maximum security. He said, "Gangsta, you wanna know what your problem is?" I said, "What?" He said, "You long on ideas and short on cash."
Yeah.
So now with me being home, I'm like, okay, I got my ideas, my people got the cash. Y'all don't gotta mess with me. Just give me that under the table or around the corner, whatever, and let me run with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get that. So I still don't know how to work the iPhone to this day.
Wow.
So when I come home, I didn't have no support.
Yeah.
Right.
I had to get it. I had to figure it out. I had to ask people, you know, and then a lot of people I didn't want to bother, or the people who were saying, "Call me, you need help." I was calling them so much for help that they stopped answering the phone.
Yeah.
So bro, it was. But the thing was, I'm gonna be honest with you, at no point was I mad.
Okay.
Because I prayed for 2 things.
Okay.
I asked God to let me out while I'm healthy and alive.
Yeah.
And let me out while my mother's still alive.
Okay.
Because I seen a lot of dudes, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, you know, family members just dying.
Yeah.
So for me to be released and me able to get my mother, because my mother lived with me to this day, I'm like, man, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, long as they print money, I'm gonna get some money.
Yeah.
You know, it's too much, it's too many ways and ideas out here. So yeah, but I had to get it how I get it, man. And I'm not where I want to be, but I'm free. I'm happy.
Yeah, you're on the way there. So now that you on that, my brother, let me jump in and say this. So being as though you just brought that up, like you just explained how young men, you know, and people out here, when you're incarcerated, you can lose people. You can lose family members, lose your mother, lose your friends. And, you know, they glorify a lot of the YNs, you know, drilling and sliding and all of that. But like when you're incarcerated, you're not able to attend funerals. You're not able to help your loved ones. You know, in fact, a lot of times you're a burden on your loved ones because now they got to give you commissary, they got to buy your underclothes, and they struggling with everyday life, and they didn't tell you to get locked up.
That's a fact. And a lot of us, this is the problem with a lot of us. We feel we go to jail, we entitled, they owe us something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it wasn't until I come home that I realized there's not enough time in the day. And what I mean by that is this. In the feds,
Yeah.
my job was to wipe down the telephones and the computers that they use when they lock down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So all day, all I'm doing is just kick back, either watching TV or walk on the track or just sit down chilling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, if I call and say, hey, send me some money or send me some pictures, when
Mm-hmm.
I call home and it's not done, what you doing? Why you ain't doing? Now I'm mad.
Yeah.
So we think in our mind, well, we ain't doing much of it. Y'all ain't doing much on the street. Why they ain't been taken care of? Why you ain't handling my business right quick?
Yeah.
So what? So I come home to, I'm like, I gotta go run here, I gotta go run there. I'm like, man, I gotta go do this for him. I'm like, man, and the time is going, it's going. I'm like, man, I gotta catch him tomorrow. And before you know it, tomorrow be the next day, the next week. And they call him, they mad. Now.
Yeah. But you, so you could understand how even if you have good intentions, time could get away from you.
Yes, man. And then the first thing, you know, they get upset with you, man. You know, this is the first thing they say, man. You just left here. You know how it is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I have just left there, but man, I'm out here now.
Yeah.
I'm out here in the real world. Well, let me tell you something. I used to give people money for houses and do all this. It wasn't until I left the first female house and got my own apartment in Dallas. My mother drove down from New Orleans and brought me to Walmart. She said, you want an airbag? I was like, what that is? So she brought, I want to give me a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Give me a pillow.
Yeah.
So she bought me all kind of Fabuloso and all this stuff. So when I got it back to my house, it was in the middle of the floor. And I'm like, Mama, you spent $700? So at that moment, I started respecting the women and men who got their own place, whether they're leasing, on whatever they're doing, they're paying them bills. Because I'm like, man, just this by it take a lot.
It costs
Hard out here. Hard out here for a pimp. Hey, man. Hey,
so now I understand now why those women be talking about they need help with these children and all that. Because not only you got to clean the household, you got to take care of the children too.
Yeah.
So I was like, man.